Just so you can hear that plane activity. This is stalking, and this is the U.S. military that's engaged in 24-hour criminal surveillance. That is a hovering plane. And then you're going to recall what Fabiola is asking me of the San Bernardino County TAD office, questions that they know the answer to while the government, and she is also the government that is monitoring me, in contact with the people of the state who know my personal information, who know exactly who I am, who are stalking. And they're doing that while the Ontario International Airport is not taking off while I'm at 1627 East Holt, nor are they taking off northwest of that location at the Ontario Town Square. Moreover, at what is 12:30 in the morning, there's no flights departing from the Ontario International Airport right now, and no flights departing from that airport are both taking off at the 1627 East Holt, right across the street from there, and then continuing from the same airport, maintaining a hovering flight like this. Like you're taking off. You hear that plane activity? This is no change in elevation where you taking off from the airport. This is the entity that's stalking. That's why I'm breaking all that down. This is the entity that's providing evidence. Not only is the entity engaged in what is absolutely mentally ill, the U.S. government has provided what is the framework for prosecuting it, subjecting it to martial law, to removing them from the positions that they have maintained in order to maintain criminal surveillance to engage in terrorism in the U.S. They're stalking at the traffic lights. That's not traffic at 12 where the entity's stalking by airport, by commercial airline companies. Alan D. Wappner knows what's going on with regard to the ongoing targeting. Paul Leon knows what's going on with regard to the ongoing targeting by planes and by helicopters, and also is aware of the impropriety of that. Okay, this is more than a public nuisance. This is blatant, this is blatant, overt, ongoing targeting conduct that Paul Leon and Alan D. Wappner are engaging in. Okay, that's why it's ongoing. Okay, this is the U.S. military that is acting via the city of Ontario, and the city of Ontario is going to be subject to martial law. This is P.O.C. It is currently 12:31 a.m. The entity is also, again, monitoring. So this is exceeding stalking. Very clear stalking. All you have to do is document a stalker, and therein lies the evidence. Oh, you see that, and you see that. Oh, now you can see they're stalking. They're exceeding stalking. This is exceeding stalking. You only need to engage in what is following me here. They're doing more than that. They don't need to touch me with impossible light if they were just stalking. These are demons. They're mentally ill while they engage in demonic behaviors such as stalking me with light and repeatedly crossing my path, making sure that nothing changes. And anytime the most subtle thing changes, anytime I think something, you're crossing my path, including in the sky space. These are the mentally ill that are monitoring. Monitoring is mentally ill behavior. It's the conduct of those that are effectively disease-infected animals. That's what the entity, the U.S. military, the people of the state of California is riddled with, infested with. Okay, and there is no respect of person. I mean, every politician, every celebrity, every single last one of them. This is P.O.C. It is currently 12:32 a.m.